Hey beauties, it's Riri, and today we're going to be testing out the brand new Gourmande Girls Warriors Wear Pink palette. Alright beauties, before we dive in, I will pop up my little swatch video and stuff like that right here for you guys while we are talking some deets. This palette is going to be launching on June 19th, and as of right now, I think that the retail price is going to be $54.99, and you can use code RIRI10 for 10% off. That is an affiliated code, so if you do use that, thank you so much in advance. This palette is a beautiful collaboration between Gourmande Girls, Siria, SOTO, and then the artwork is by Doodles by the Bunny. This is a cruelty-free brand, and it does have a 12-month shelf life. The palette is in collaboration with Siria SOTO, who has been battling breast cancer, and part of the proceeds do go to Siria herself. So I love that. I love that Gourmande Girls gives back. I think this is an absolutely beautifully curated palette. I love the artwork. I love the color story. I think it's absolutely stunning, as hopefully you are seeing right now. So we're going to go in today. We're going to do a look. I have a very specific look, and I'm only going to be using, I think, one shade in here, but it's one of the shades that calls to me. There are 4 more duo or multi-chrome type shadows in here, and as soon as I swatched the one, I was like, this is the one I need to play with first. I, of course, will come back and do more looks for you guys. But I'm really excited to get into the palette today. It does have a nice mirror, and I don't know if you could tell from the little video, and it may be hard to show here just because of reflections and stuff, but right here on the mirror, it does say, I am a warrior. I think that is really beautiful. It is a beautifully curated palette, and I really like the names. We have Hope, Dreams, Susie, Cielo, Life, Faith, Brave, Siria, Fighter, Tears, Amor, Warrior, Peace, Familia, and Darkness. I do also love that there is a black in here, and based upon swatches solely right now, these feel incredibly smooth and incredibly very like soft and velvet-like. I like that it's more pink leaning, like pinky purple, and then I like that the duo and multi-chromes also kind of go with every single shade that you use in here. And then I really love that there is a great amount of depth, and then a black to be able to build things up. You could also use that as a liner. So my inspiration for today is the shade Tears, which looks like an unassuming white, but when you swatch it, you can see beautiful flips of pink, but then it also has a stunning blue, and I'm gonna kind of, you know, play more with the blue hue in this. It is a more translucent base. And speaking of base, I thought it would be a good time to test out one of my P. Louise bases. So I'm going to be going in with this blue one, and this is called Salty AF. I'm going to pin my hair back really quickly. So I'm going to go in first with our base, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit on the back of my hand. And I'm really trying to pull, even though there's a pinkness to the shade Tears, I want to try, I think, to pull from the blue, and hopefully this is going to work out the way I intend it working out. And I think I'm going to go in with eye tapes too, just to kind of make it a more crisp look. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to put the eye tapes on, and then we'll just kind of see where we go from there. All right, and I don't really typically plan, but I just want this to be, in my mind, I'm envisioning it being just very soft and very like ethereal looking. I don't know, we'll see what happens. And with these bases, you can obviously set them down, and it kind of become just more of a matte shadow, if you will. So I am going to place this, and I'm going to try to keep it pretty low. And then I think I want to wing it out. So we'll see what happens with that. But you can use these as just straight up shadows, just like this. You could set this with a matte shadow and kind of really amp up that matte shadow. Or we can use these kind of like in my case, where I want a really nice base that hopefully is going to set off the blue in my shimmer shade. I am also going to come back and do a video where I compare this with the C'est l'Amour palette. That's kind of the most similar to this color story with kind of the more pinky tones. So I do want to come back and do some swatches and comparisons with that palette as well. But for today, I just wanted to play with this particular shadow. Hopefully that's okay with you guys, but that is what was inspiring me. That's what was speaking to me. And then I'm just going to go in with my finger kind of before this sets down, and I'm going to press this into place across all the area that I set down that blue base. And the hope is that it's really going to pull the blue hue from this shadow. And then whatever else is left on my brush, I'm gonna kind of reinforce this once I do my base, but I wanna have a lot of this blue on my inner corner as well. And then I'm just gonna feather this out. So it kind of takes this shadow from being a more translucent type shadow to giving it a little bit more opacity. So hopefully you guys can see the shift in that. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side, and I will show you even already on my hand. This is already drying down completely matte. Whether you use these as an eyeshadow and you're just letting it set down, or you're going in with something else, they do dry pretty quickly and they tend to be pretty bulletproof. So I'm going to do this eye and then we'll come back. I have a lot of other ideas to go along with this. I'll be right back. All right, that is literally the look. Very easy. I do want to go into the shade Dreams. This is also more of a kind of translucent, like toppery type shade. And I just want to press this right at the very top. And this again is more like toppery, very glittery and like sparkly. And I just think it'll look really stunning with it. And I'm just pressing in. I'm not aiming for like any type of opacity or anything like that. I just think it will be really stunning with the look. Oh, that's so pretty. It's honestly giving me like cotton candy vibes. I'm gonna go in with that same shade, Dreams, with my pinky. And I want to pop this on the very inner corner. I just think that they complement each other beautifully. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my base. I'll do it with you guys, but I'll speed that part up. And then I'm going to finish out the lower lash line, maybe add some gemstones. We'll see what happens, I think. I'm going in with my Dermatology #1 primer. I only put this in the pore area, and I'm well hydrated before starting makeup application. Alright, next I'm going to go back into the little paint, and I'm going in with an Alamar Cosmetics flat brush. Again, I'm going to work from the back of my hand and just place a little bit down. I'm going to start from the inner corner and just make a line all the way up to meet what we've done on the top. And then I'm going to paint my lashes as well. I did go in with a couple of little lines just with a fine detail brush, and I added some little stars. These are ColourPop ones, just to bring it together and kind of give me the more ethereal look I was going for. And then last up, and then I'm going to throw on some gloss, I'm going to go back into Dreams, again just tapping. I'm not aiming for like full opacity or anything like that. I want to push up a little bit more of this just because I think it's freaking beautiful right here. And then I think I want to put some as a little bit of a highlighter as well. Again, just so I'm, you know, a little bit more sparkly, a little bit more ethereal. I think it's going to be super pretty. It turned out exactly how I anticipated it turning out. And I know that the route for most people probably would have been to do like the pinky, purpley, whatever. I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and the shade Tears, it called to me. I really think it's absolutely stunning. Of course, you could go in with some big lashes if you wanted to do lashes. I did also go in with my Item Beauty Boost Juice. This is a blue mascara, and I'm just going to finish off with some Item Beauty gloss. This is in the shade Hey Y'all. It's more pinky, but it's sheer. And that is literally it. Super, super easy, but I think also very impactful, very pretty. I love the shift that these have. And I, of course, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do more looks for you guys. We'll play with the more pinky tones, and I will compare this to the C'est L'Amour palette as well. But I love the look, and I think that adding something like this, maybe just something a little bit more graphic, going more glittery, adding rhinestones, it's just an easy way to kind of elevate a look, but it still be very beginner friendly. So hopefully you guys like this look. Are you going to be picking up this palette? Again, it launches on June 19th. All pricing and deets and everything will be down below, and you can use my affiliated code RIRI10 to receive 10% off. And of course, Gourmande Girls is also going to be donating a part of the proceeds to Siria. I love you, beauties. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to Gourmande Girls for gifting me this beautiful palette. I love you. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. And of course, be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties.